There are at least 12 million illegal immigrants in the United States. 62% of these households have access to one or more state welfare programs. And with the inauguration of a president who holds illegal immigration with such high standards, we have to wonder what happened to these people. I believe that they have the right to stay. Most of them are hardworking and honest people who just want to better their lives. However, they did break the law entering the country illegally and should be penalized. So, illegal immigrants should be allowed to stay in the country. However, as a compromise for unlawfully entering the country, they must pay a penalty to the federal and state government. ABC News reported that illegal immigrants cost the U.S. $100 billion annually. This number comes from the Federation of American Immigrants Reform, and Jack Martin, the head of the reform group, stated that the study of the fiscal effects of illegal immigration clearly demonstrate that it is a burden on the American taxpayer. More forceful implementation of immigration laws could save each U.S. household in the neighborhood of a couple $1,000s a year. The cost was estimated by summing up the cumulative fiscal cost of government spending, which accounts for public schools, Medicare, welfare, unemployment, benefits, and incarceration. Jack Martin also stated illegal immigration on average cost as an American household is $2,000 in taxes. Another staggering number posted by CNN shows that an average illegal immigrant household costs taxpayers roughly $14,387 per household in around 10 years. This goes to show that immigrants who broke the law coming to the country illegally should pay a penalty to help with the strain that they've put on American citizens. I propose that we grant permanent immigration to all of these tireless immigrant workers, but at a small cost to ensure they have a future in a safe and free country for them and their future families. I propose all illegal immigrants be given a window of a year to turn themselves into the federal government, and as long as they are not criminals, they will be given legal immigrant status. But they must pay the same fee that every immigrant who's ever entered the country legally had to pay, which comes out to be $680. This number comes from the application fee of $595 and the $85 biometric fee. This is per person as well, and that just by itself in the first year raises $7.48 billion in revenue for the federal government, and that's accounting for only 11 million immigrants. Findings by the Pew Research Foundation found that in 2007, the median undocumented immigrant household made $36,000. The research by Statista found that the average household is about 2.54 people. Now, if you calculate the total tax that a household would have to pay in the state of California for an annual household income revenue of approximately $36,000, which, as I stated before, is the average household income for an illegal immigrant family, it would equate to 19.32% in total taxes, with 9.4% going to the federal government, 2.56% going to the state, and 6.2% towards Social Security, and then another little 1.45 going to Medicare. But I believe that these immigrants who knowingly broke the law and entered the country illegally should be penalized scrupulously, and that anyone who is 21 or over at the time of turning themselves in should have to pay an extra 2% towards their taxes for at least a minimum of 15 years, with 1/4% going towards Medicare, another 0.5% towards the state, and 1.25% going towards the federal government where the most burden was put on, bringing the household income tax at a $36,000 household to 21.32%. This would equate to another $33.2 billion in the second year of its action into the country. This number comes from the 11 million immigrants divided by 2.54, the average size of the household, which equates to about 4.3 million, and then multiply the number by the median household income of $36,000, and finally multiply that by 21.32%, or 0.2132, equaling the amount listed. So, in the second year of the policy's creation in the United States, we would net $40.7 billion. The next year, assuming that the median household income of the newly legal immigrant family increases, moving more closely towards the American household income of $50,000. With the help of having more rights towards fairer pay, this number could steadily increase every year, giving more money to the taxpayer back from when they had to foot the bill for illegal immigration. To conclude, the idea that we can deport illegal immigrants who have made this their home is just asinine. It would be impossible, and the number to deport them would be absolutely astronomical. They should not have come here, and because of that, they must have to pay a penalty for their unlawful immigration.